All right, it's now 6 p.m. on Thursday, December 21st, 2023, and I call this meeting of the Bellevue Planning Commission to order. If you would, please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Nebraska Open Meetings Act, a copy which can be found in the back vestibule of this hearing room. At this time, I would just ask that all commissioners and audience members to please silence or turn off your cell phones or any other device that could disrupt our proceedings. Thank you. At this time, I would entertain a motion to revise or approve the Planning Commission's meeting minutes from our previous meeting on November 16th, 2023.
Roll call.
We need a roll call.
Oh, I did skip roll call. Let's do roll call first.
Mr. Hankins?
Here.
Mr. Jacobson? Mr. Sims?
Here.
Ms. Taylor-Jones?
Here.
Mr. Arney?
Present.
Mr. Ackley?
Here.
Mr. Lassenberg? Mr. Bennett?
Here.
Mr. Perrin?
Here.
I'm here at least. Sorry about that. All right, now at this time, I'd entertain a motion to revise or approve the Planning Commission's meeting minutes from our previous meeting on November 16th, 2023.
I move that we approve the minutes as they were submitted for November 16th, 2023.
I'll second.
All right, please vote.
All voted yes, motion carried.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to accept into the record all staff reports, attachments, memos, and handouts regarding each application. Staff, any updates or additions tonight?
Yes, Mr. Chair, just one update. The applicant for our agenda item 3B, Darling Ingredients, did submit a written request to withdraw their application at this time. So we will not be having a public hearing on that matter this evening. So we will just have the one public hearing tonight, and that will be 3A.
All right. Commissioners?
If it pleases the chair, I'd like to make a motion to accept and direct all staff reports, attachments, memos, and handouts regarding each application, including the one item mentioned tonight.
Second by Taylor-Jones.
All voted yes, motion carried.
All right, we have no consent agenda items tonight, so we'll go right to our public hearings. Tonight, we just have, as she said, just one item for public hearing this evening. For each, I will announce the case and then ask if there's any updates from the planning department. After that, the applicant will have an opportunity to present their request. After the applicant has been heard, the public will be allowed to provide any testimony they would like to be considered into the record. Those testifying should come forward to the podium, state their name and spell their name, and sign in for the record. After the testimony is taken, the applicant will have the opportunity for rebuttal, after which time we'll close the public hearing. And we should always ask you to treat others as you would like to be treated. So we will go right into our first public hearing, which is item 3A, a request to rezone lots 1 and 2, Perez Edition, replat 1, being a replat of lot 3, Perez Edition, from RE to REPS with a site plan approval for the purpose of a single-family residential development, small subdivision plat, lots 1 and 2, Perez Edition, replat 1, and waiver of section 6-4 subdivision regulations. Applicant John Carroll for TD2, general location 10715 Old 36th Street, case numbers Z2311-19, S2311-16. Staff, any updates?
No updates, but I can give a brief description of the application if the applicant wants to come forward and go ahead and sign in while I'm doing that. This application is for a small subdivision plat. Currently, the lot is one single-family residential acreage. It is family property. The family desires to split it into an additional lot so an additional home can be built. The applicant did work with the city and Offutt ahead of applying for this because the ground does lie within the AQ zone of Offutt, the air installation compatible use zone. That's why the applicant is requesting site plan approval on this particular application. Offutt was agreeable to with the site plan approval component as long as the proposed house would lie outside of that accident potential zone. They were okay with the application and they were okay with the property being subdivided. So that is what is being shown to you tonight. Additionally, there was a couple just minor technical deficiencies listed in the report. Just want to update, one of those deficiencies was the applicant getting written confirmation from OPPD to utilize their easement as also an access easement. The applicant has provided that to staff, so that is taken care of. I believe he's still working on updating the easement document with all of the property owner signatures. Staff is recommending approval, is okay with it moving forward, just would request that any approval be contingent upon the remaining technical deficiency being completed prior to city council. And with that, if the applicant has anything he would like to add or.
With that, sorry. Like she said, the OPPD did send their approval for the drive through the easement, and then the lot 4 sign off to easement to go through their property. I should have that hopefully by the end of next week. I think that's the only update I have.
Do you want to provide your name and address?
Oh, sorry. Jonathan Revis. Currently live in Gretna, Nebraska, 21007 Corey Lane. Building or splitting the lot is 10715 Old 36th Street. My uncle is the current owner of that, Michael Perez. He is not here tonight. Reason for building, I actually grew up on this land. My grandparents used to own the full 24 acres before dividing off 10 to my uncle and 10 to my aunt. So this is just an opportunity for me to come back to Bellevue, and I got kids of my own, so I thought it'd be great for them to grow up in the same area I did, and that's just the gist of it. And my wife's on board with it, who is back here, Holly. So yeah, I would appreciate you guys just allow me this opportunity to do so.
All right, thank you. Okay, we will open the public hearing. If there's anyone who cares to provide public testimony on this matter, whether in favor or opposition, please come forward, state your name, and sign in. Not seeing anyone, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. And I'll turn over to commissioners. Commissioners, what are your wishes? Any questions or discussion?
There's no questions. I'd be prepared to make a motion. Go ahead, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I did have one, maybe it's the staff. So I see there's 2 proposed billing envelopes on there. Is one for single family and one for like a outbuilding or something? Or I guess I'm just curious on that, why there's 2 proposed billing envelopes, and if that is correct.
That is correct. Mr. Perez has not finalized the location of the home. And maybe he can answer this too. I think both are being shown as options of where the building could occur, just because he hasn't finalized that with the builder. Again, since it's site plan approval, we want to be very specific where those envelopes are, so that Offutt is comfortable that he could build in either one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, what that came down to was those are pretty much the 2 spots that we're allowed to build. So once we get with the builder, we're going to decide just based off the contour of the land which side's best. I will say we are looking most likely on the would be the west side, or sorry, east side, just because of the way the land lays.
Okay, great, thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to approve of this application based on conformance with the zoning ordinance and subdivision regulations, a lack of perceived negative impact on the surrounding area, subject, however, to contingency regarding completing technical deficiencies prior to being placed on the city council agenda.
All voted yes, motion carried.
All right, as a reminder, 3B was withdrawn by the applicant, so nothing on that. So we'll go into current business.